Marissa Peer. Hello, good morning. I invite you to take a moment and make sure that you have something to take some notes with, even though we're going to be sending out the recording, so don't you worry about that. I know that you are going to want to capture your thoughts and your breakthroughs in the moment as we are here with you this morning. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Once you have something to capture your thoughts with, capture your notes on, once you've done that, I invite you to get excited about everything that we're going to be sharing with you today and everything that you're going to be taking away. It's going to be an incredible time together. In the chat, as you're arriving, I'd love to see two things from you. One is, where are you joining us from today? I'd love to know your country, your city, whatever you'd like to share. And the second is, one thing that you're feeling grateful for today, small or big. Cultivating good energy is how we grow businesses and how we change the lives of others. Wonderful. I love seeing all of you from all over the world. Lisbon, Hungary, Greece, Baltimore, Ohio, hello, near London, Belgium, Miami, Denmark. Hello, Toronto. Hello, South Africa. Hello, Egypt. Amazing, amazing. I love seeing all of this. Tell me what you're grateful for as we are getting kicked off. Grateful to be here with you all. Me too. Me too. Okay. Love it. Love it. Okay, we are going to have such an exciting and fun day with you today. All right. There we go. So you are in the right place and you are going to love this workshop if you are a certified practitioner and your work gets real results for your clients. If you try to explain the power of your work and it just doesn't seem like it's landing for people, and if you wonder how to be able to break through the noise and really stand out in the marketplace, this is going to be the perfect place for you today. And I want to make sure that you're going to love this workshop. If you love saving hours of time and effort, how many of you, let me know in the chat, how many of you are using AI to help you grow your business? Drop AI in the chat. We want to know who here is using the robots to do the hard part. Awesome. Love seeing that. Awesome. And a special treat for you today, the one, the only Marissa Peer. She is the woman who started the I Am Enough movement. She is here today ready to embrace, pardon me, she is here today to share with you so that you can embrace that feeling that you are enough. If you're showing up today wanting to step into that energy even more deeply and bring that I am enough into your business results, drop in the chat. Enough. I am enough. For those of you who are less familiar with Marissa's work, not only did she begin one of the most important global movements of our lifetime by finally helping people to feel their worth, she's also the creator of Rapid Transformational Therapy. She's trained over 20,000 therapists and coaches in her methods, and there is not a single problem that her life changing methodologies haven't been able to transform. From weight loss to addiction, from confidence to fertility, her work is profound. And you, my friends, get to experience that power live with her today. We're so excited. Now, before I hand the mic over to Marissa to lead you through a powerful transformation, myself and the team here would love to know a little bit more about you and your business and the state of your business. So let us know in the chat if you are a one, so many clients that I have a wait list. If you are at two, it's a leaky faucet. There's a trickle. I'm seeing some people in my business. Or three, hello, is anyone out there? Let us know in the chat. Where are you? 3, starting to build, still training. Faucet. All right. Faucets have water. Awesome. 2, 3. And we've got some ones. Wonderful. Just starting. You are in the right place. You're going to get so much out of this today. I'm so excited that you're here. Fabulous. Okay, so drop in the chat as well. I want to know if this is you, if your dream is for clients to instantly understand what you do and to pay premium pricing. I want to know if you want to be an in-demand expert, one where your client roster is full and you have a wait list. And I want to know if you want a full-time lifestyle business, one that supports your lifestyle, that makes 10K months and is fulfilling. Yes, yes, yes. Three. Oh, awesome. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. I think you are in the right place. Okay. Fabulous. So today, great. Marissa, I'd love to bring you on because it looks like we have a group of skilled service providers who want to be seen as in-demand experts who are looking to charge premium pricing, and they want to build a business that supports their lifestyle while still making a real impact on people's lives. I think it looks like they could benefit from moving through some money blocks so that they can really lead in their industry. What advice and support do you have for them today?
You know, your relationship with money is very often set before you're even 5 years old, which is quite extraordinary. But imagine living in a house where you hear your parents say, well, I can't find the money. I don't know where the money comes from. People like us don't have money. We just can't get the money to pay for that. We can't have that. And children very much learn what they live. So as I'm talking, I want you to think about, what did you learn about money before you were 5, 7, even 10? Did your parents say, we haven't got the money, we can't find the money, there isn't the money, I always run out of money before the weekends? If you have that, someone else has to go without. Because if you heard that a lot, you're very shaped by these beliefs. You know, when my brother went to private school, I didn't. And in his school, they do math like this. You have 11 companies. You sell, well, how many you got left? Well, of course, we know you've got 7 left, but also you've got all the money from the company you sold. My math said you have 3 bananas, you give one away, how many you got left? Well, I've given away a third of my stock. So even the way we teach children about math is interesting. And studies show that if you ask your children to earn money by doing the dishes, taking out the trash, they're learning, oh, I get money by doing stuff I don't like. But whatever your money beliefs are today, you can change them, and you must change. And I'm sure you know the most powerful advert in the whole world is by L'Oreal, and it says, I'm worth it. And I just met the woman recently who created that advert, and they didn't want it to come out, actually, because when men were running L'Oreal, not women. But to be super successful, you have to have an I'm worth it mindset. 80% of your mindset for success will come down to this. I'm worth it, I deserve it. So think about your career. You know, everything that we buy is because of how it makes us feel. I want a new car. I want that designer thing. I want that nice vacation. Everything we want is because of how it makes us feel. And if you can get the feeling first, you're going to be okay. And as therapists and coaches, we are giving our client back good feelings about themselves. We raise their self-esteem. We raise their sense of self-worth. We help them find love, a career. We help them live their best life. We help them get the thing that would make them feel good in here. And that's kind of priceless. So for you to start charging high ticket prices and attract high-end clients and have a successful business, it's great to do all the training. Of course, that's important, to learn marketing, to learn messaging, but actually you have to sit with yourself and say, I'm worth it, I deserve it, we're about to do it. And when you do it, I want you to put your hand on your stomach, and I want you to tune into how you feel when you go, I'm worth it, I deserve it. And you're going to feel one of 4 things. Gosh, I love this. Feels very good. Why didn't I do it years ago? But the second thing is, this makes me feel inherently sad. I can even feel tears coming into my eyes because I don't really believe it. The third is, I feel quite angry with that Marissa. Who is she to tell me I can just make $10,000 a month like that? I don't believe it. And the third is, well, this is all a bit silly, isn't it? So the fourth story, it's, I like it, it makes me sad, makes me angry. I'm going to dismiss it as silly old woo-woo. But it's actually quantum physics in action. Quantum physics, the most reliable science in the world, says this: if you can change your energy and the way you vibrate, you can change your entire life and maybe someone else's too. So when you start to ask for those high ticket fees, you have to feel utterly confident that you're worth it and you deserve it. You can't mumble it out of the side of your mouth or quickly say it. I remember years ago going to a dentist, and he was so expensive. He actually gave me a piece of paper with a fee on it. He couldn't even say it because it was so ridiculously expensive. As it happens, he gave me a root canal under hypnosis and then decided not to charge because he was so impressed that I could do that with no anesthetic. But that's a different story. Your story. What do you tell yourself about wealth? You know, I looked at some studies last week that said people who do meaningful work are happier than those that earn 3 times their salary. But of course, that's quite good. I could be a nurse, but they get terrible pay. I could be a carer, but they don't get paid well. They have something else, the feeling of meaning, purpose, connection. But imagine if you could have both: meaningful work that pays well. You know, I've worked with millionaires and billionaires. I never wanted to go into a millionaire's house and think, oh my God, look at this. I could never have a house like this. This is out of my reach. This is just a dream. I didn't want to feel like the hired help. I wanted to feel like they're equal. I know Tony Robbins very well. He doesn't feel like the hired help. So when you're working with high-end clients, you need to feel as good as them, not struggling to get the petrol or the gas to go to their amazing house to work with them. So let's do that today. Let's take a minute and really do it. It's great to talk about this stuff, but it's far more important to do it. So I want you to go into an alpha brainwave by, look at my eyes for a minute, rolling your eyes up like that and keeping the eyeballs up but closing the lids. So just do that with me. Separate your feet. Don't cross your ankles or knees. Don't sit like this. Put your hands into that receiving position on your lap, but don't sit like that. You don't have to sit like that, but do not cross your arms or legs or ankles. So in that position where you're ready to receive, look up, roll up your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. Again, roll up your eyes. When you blink, you're going straight into an alpha brainwave. And just one more time, keeping your eyeballs up, breathe in. And this time, as you exhale, keep your eyeballs up, but at the same time, just close your eyelids right down, all the way down. Forget all about the position of your eyeballs. Keep your eyes closed, drop your chin. And just imagine you're mentally walking down 10 steps. You're taking step 10 and 9, going deeper into an awareness of yourself. You're taking step 8 and 7. And you can see your feet, hear your feet, even feel your feet connecting to each step. You're taking step 6, going deeper with every sound you hear. You're taking step 5, the sound of your breathing is taking you deeper. You're taking step 4, the sound of your heartbeat is taking you deeper. You're taking step 3, the sound of my voice is taking you deeper into a powerful transformational awareness of yourself. You're taking step 2 and 1 as you gently, calmly, easily move on over to an even deeper state as you go deeper. As you go deeper, drift deeper, I want you to start saying out loud, I am worthy of success. Just say it with me. Repeat every word I say until I ask you to stop. I am worthy of success. And I want you to say these statements of truth, because they're not affirmations, they are statements of truth. You're going to say them with unshakable, unwavering conviction. You can shout them out, but do not mumble. Let's go. I am worthy of success. I am deserving of success. I am worth having a successful career. I deserve to have a phenomenally successful career. And again, this time, put your hand on your stomach or your heart and really notice how you feel. Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel silly? Do you feel sad? Do you feel angry? Do you feel good? Doesn't matter which one it is, but I want you to notice it. Again, repeat after me. I am worthy of great success. I deserve phenomenal success. I'm worth being a phenomenal coach, career therapist, counselor. I deserve it. And again, I am worthy of phenomenal success. I'm worth having the career of my dreams. I deserve to be very well paid for my skill. I'm deserving of it. And now I want you to add some endings like I'm worthy of being one of the best coaches in my area. I'm deserving of $10,000 a month, but I want you to put on the ending. If I say dot, 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 that means complete the statement for me in a way that's relevant to you because you know your figures. They're different for everyone. So I'm going to say I'm worthy of, and I want you to finish, I won't hear it, having whatever the $1,000 months. I might say 10,000, you might say no, 20,000, 30,000. Let's do it now. I am worthy of having, complete that sentence. I deserve to have, fill in the amount. I'm worthy of having, I deserve to have. And I want you to really notice how you feel because you may feel happy, sad, nervous, angry, dismissive, and that's okay. You see, you have to make this familiar. The most vexing thing as a therapist is that the human brain wants to go back to what is known and familiar while getting away from what is unknown and unfamiliar. And when you start to say, I'm worthy of $10,000 a month, every month, and more than that, when you start to say it, it feels unfamiliar. But when you say it a lot, it becomes, you may have to repeat it a lot to make it familiar. So let's do it again. I'm going to say I'm worthy of $10,000 months. You can make that more. I am worthy of $10,000 months. It is easy for me to attract clients who pay me higher fees. I'm worth it. I deserve it. I'm worthy of it. Again, really notice how you feel because the feeling is telling you one thing. Do you need to make this more familiar? Here's a fact. Your brain wants to return to what is familiar and known while avoiding what is unfamiliar and unknown. Here's another fact. You can make anything you like familiar, having your body covered in tattoos, putting a bit of silicone in your finger, putting it in your eye. You can make anything familiar. And you need to make self-praise. You need to make this awareness of I'm worth it so familiar. You need to think of what you require. So right now, I want you to think of requiring these $10,000 months as a minimum. I want you to think it. You can even say it. I require $10,000 months. That's what I require. I want it. I require. I don't like the word wanting. Requiring is much better. Here's why. What you require will require something of you. So let's do this. Let's really do it really well. Think of requiring a $10,000 a month and then think of, okay, I require that. But what does it require of me? See, for instance, I require to write books. And I thought, hey, no, that's not it. I don't require to write a book. I require to write a best-selling book that changes people's lives. So now I was more clear. And what does that require? I mean, a lot of research, a lot of solitary time writing. And then even when I've written the book, even more time, way more time than it ever took to write that book to make it sell. So what is your message? Who is your person? What are they looking for? Where are they? How are you going to market yourself to them? Go back and think again. I require a $10,000 month every month easily, but what does it require of me? You see, you require a career that makes you grow, that expands you instead of contracting you, that gives you meaning, purpose, impact, growth, contribution. You make a difference. This is all wonderful stuff. But you require the balance of giving and receiving. I give of my gifts. I give of my skill. I give of my talent. I change my clients' lives. That's what I give. And what do I receive back? Well, you receive those $10,000 months. So with your eyes still closed, I want you to think about what does a $10,000 month look like to you? What does it look like? It looks like your calendar's busy, you're booked, you have a waiting list. It looks like people are your raving fans. What does it look like? And here's something else. What does it sound like? Years ago, I worked with a client. When I left, they said, that was the best money I've ever spent. I would have paid you more. I would have paid you treble the amount. Of fact, one of my clients told me, girl I trained, that she bills the client before the session, they pay. And she noticed the client had paid twice. And she put to me, said, I paid twice because you didn't charge me enough. For what you did, the way you changed my life, you deserved more. So I paid you again. I love that. So I want you to see what that looks like and feels like. What does it feel like to never have to look at the signs on the grocery things you're buying? You don't have to look at the prices. You can go to a nice restaurant, not worry about, oh my God, can I afford that thing on the menu? What does it look like to be financially secure, to know that you have clients coming in every week? You're busy, you're booked, you're in demand, you're not struggling to find clients. All of your time goes into being a phenomenal therapist, doing outstanding work, changing lives. That's what it looks like. And it feels so good because you're free of that worry that I need more clients, I got to make my bills. It feels reassuring, it feels comfortable. What does it sound like? What do people say? Wow, this is the best money I've ever spent. I'm going to send my husband to see you. I'm going to send my secretary to you. I'm going to send my staff, my colleagues, my friend, my kids to you, because what you've done is profound. I want you to really tune into what it looks like, sounds like, feels like. Your phone is always ringing, your emails are always full, your LinkedIn is praising you. I want you to really notice those things. When I go to LinkedIn, what does it say? When I open my email box, how many people are requesting appointments? When I pick up my phone, how many people are calling me? Really get it. Because of course, if you can see it, feel it, hear it, you're going to amplify it. You can use other senses. We say, I can smell the money. I can taste the success. So do that too, if you like it. I can smell my beautiful leather chair that I just bought. I can smell this brand new desk. I've just painted my office. I want you to really log on to what it feels like. Upgrade all of your senses. Because what you're doing is you are making this familiar rather than unfamiliar. So I'm going to ask you again. And I want you to do it even more. What does it look like to be busy, to be booked, to be in demand, to have raving fans, to be told you are the best? You know, when I opened a magazine and I saw myself and I was voted the best therapist, and my first thought was, oh my goodness, hope I'm in it again next year, which was the wrong thing. I opened this Tatler guide to the best therapist. There I was, and my first thought was, gosh, what will I feel if I'm not in it next year? Rather than, oh, well, I should be in there. I belong there. I had to really do some work on myself. So what is your first thought when people say you're great? Oh, I'm not that great. There's someone better than me. What is your second thought? What does it feel like, look like, sound like? I want you to imagine the things you would love your clients to say. Could I book you to come and speak to my team? I'd like to book you for my entire team. I'd like you to come and give a talk. I'd like to have all my staff come and work with you. I want you to come in. Kayali Perfume Company asked me if I would work with all their staff. I couldn't do it, but I've got some of my own therapists to work with them. I've had many companies say, I want to send all my staff to you, my entire team, my entire office. I was just working for Google in December, and they want me now to work for every Google office. This is what happens when you have that value. So again, imagine what kind of things you would love to hear, require to hear. What does it look like, sound like, feel like, smell like, taste like? Really wire that in, code that into your brain. This is not wishful thinking. It's not a dream. It's something you have to do. People who make it leave clues, and they will tell you, I'm really good at this. I'm worth it. They never say, oh, well, I'm quite good. I'm all right. I have good days, bad days. They go, this is my skill. This is my gift. I was put on the planet to do this job. You see, like everyone else in the world, you are here to find your gift, perfect your gift, monetize your gift, share your gift with all. When your gift is helping people, that's the best feeling. So we're so lucky. We have a gift. We have a career that gives us meaning, purpose, impact. We make a difference, but we can be very well paid for that too. So we have meaning, purpose, significant connection. And while you're busy helping your clients, know they are worthy of love, success, prosperity. You've got to know that you are worth it too. I'm going to finish with one story. A couple of years ago, I was asked to work with one of the most famous actors in the entire world. And off I went. He sent his driver and his car, and I was taken to his amazing house. And I sat in this amazing room looking over the ocean in Malibu as he told me, you know, I'm playing this icon on screen and I'm really worried. I'm thinking, who am I? Who am I to play this icon? I'm thinking, well, who am I to come here and tell you how to play an icon? You're an icon. So we both had imposter syndrome. He was thinking, who am I to play this icon? I'm thinking, who am I to help someone as iconic as you? But you see, we both had imposter syndrome. We both ignored it and kept going. I didn't say, gosh, I can't possibly do this. You're too famous. And he didn't say, I can't possibly play this icon. It's too much. We both felt the fear and we kept going. And that is my advice for you today. If you ever think you're an imposter, if you have procrastination, if you self-sabotage, it's just because you don't quite think you're good enough and you haven't made the new message familiar. So I want you to right now just do 10 I ams. The words that follow I am are going to follow you your entire life. The words that go after I am will go after you. So let's do, I'm going to give you 5 I ams. You're going to give me 5 back that are unique to you. Here's my 5. Repeat after me. I am worthy of success. I am worthy of high-paying clients. I am an amazing therapist, coach, counselor, whatever you call yourself. I am worthy of $10,000 months every month and more. I am talented, I am gifted. And I want you now to give me back 5 I ams. You can say, I'm niching in, I'm working with, I am attracting, but I want you to think of 5 powerful I ams. And I want you to state them. Affirm them, embody them, shout them out. No mumbling is allowed. Go for it right now. And make this big. I am such a respected coach in my area. I am respected. I am recognized. I am valued. I am busy. I am booked. Make sure they all start with I am. This is not manifesting, not visualizing. It is coding this into your brain. Give me 5 more I ams. You can repeat the same one 5 times or pick 5 more. I'm busy, I'm booked, I'm successful, I'm in demand, I'm spoken about in the most amazing terms, I'm constantly referred new clients. 5 more I ams, really. And as you do it, I want you again to feel it. What does it look like, feel like, sound like, smell like, taste it? Make it real, make it big, make it powerful. Because when you do this, this stops being what you do. It becomes who you are, and you are going to win. You're going to ace $10,000 a month. That's nothing at all. You know, the first time I ever saw a client, I charged them $37. And now I charge my clients upwards of $10,000. That's a big leap from 37 to 10,000. Of course, I've been doing this for 40 years. But it was $35 for a session and $2 for the cassette tape I made the recording on. And now it's 10,000. In fact, I recently saw someone, she bought a package for $20,000. My father said I could have this if I also bought another package for my mother and another package for my sister. You know, they've never turned up yet for those packages they bought, which is extraordinary, but they will. Your potential expands as you move towards it. You can never know what your potential is because as you get to it, it expands again and again. And when you move your brain to a new dimension, it never goes back. So I went from $35 to $10,000. And as I move forward with my pricing, of course, I didn't go back. Neither will you. So one last time, think of 5 I ams, what do they look like, feel like, sound like. Get comfortable with your pricing, your messaging. Know you are worth it. 80% of your success comes from that. Resonate it, amplify it, say it, speak it, feel it, share it. And just open your eyes and come back into the room. And I'm going to have a quick look at some of your questions. We're going to come back and look at them later, but I'd love to see some of your I ams. And by the way, here's something I love to say. This is not hard. It's just unfamiliar. Giving yourself better words. I am this and I am that and I earn that is not hard. It's only unfamiliar. Your job, and it's your job alone, is to make it familiar. So I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of high-paying clients. I'm worthy of a new life. I'm worth it. I'm grateful. I've worked with many different women from all kinds of backgrounds. I'm spoken about. I am limitless. See, I love these. I'm going to share them because they help others think, oh, I hadn't thought about that. I'm going to take that one too. I'm passionate. I'm thankful. I'm feeling it. I'm worthy. I'm abundant. And what else have we got? I'm worth it. I'm spoken about. I'm limitless. I'm confident, competent. I'm valued. I'm worth it. I'm innovating. I'm limitless. I'm abundant. I'm fabulously successful. I'm loved by my clients. I'm in demand. And when you say that, I'm in high demand, constant demand, consistent demand. So when you have words, layer words in front of them, makes it even better. I'm a Sunday Times bestseller. I love that. I'm fearless. I'm extraordinary. I'm gifted. I'm unique. I'm phenomenal. I'm amazing. I'm in blissful alignment with myself. I'm appreciated. I'm financially rewarded. So there's so many more. I'd love to read them all out, but I'm going to come back later and do some question Q&A with you and really help you be the best. Put that song on your ringtone, simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone. Just think of a great song and I'll come back to you soon. So thanks for all your great responses. I'd love to know how you felt when you did that. I can see what you've written down. I'm a magnet for paying clients. My work is of phenomenal value. But just one more thing, if I'm going to read these as you talk to someone else. How did you feel in your body when you were doing this? When you're saying, I'm worth it, I deserve it. How did you feel? You know, Muhammad Ali said, I told the world I was the greatest, and I wasn't, but I said it, and then I became it. What a concept. Say it, state it, affirm it, embody it, and then become it. First uncomfortable,
Absolutely.
then excited. I felt expansion. I'm going to read all this while you're working with the next person. Sorry.
Awesome.
Thank you
Oh,
so
I
much. I'm going to
love
hand you
I
over to
love it.
Amanda, but I'm going to look at
Thank
these.
you.
Oh, you're
Thank you
so welcome.
so much, Marissa. Oh, this was fabulous. Look at how people are feeling. Look at how your state has shifted, relaxed and happy and aligned and liberated. Fabulous. We love seeing this. We want to know what's one belief that you want to take forward from your experience today? Drop that in the chat. And we can't wait because the world needs you. More than ever, the world needs coaches and healers and wellness providers. And in order for your clients, the ones who need you the most to find you, you're going to have to stand out in the crowd. You're going to have to be seen. Who feels like there is some noise out there that you need to stand out from? This is why it matters more than ever that you learn how to cut through that noise with current marketing methods, the ones that are working today. Because marketing is different today than it was even 2 years ago. So, in the next 30 minutes, you're going to learn how to cut through the noise so that you can easily create $10,000 months and change the lives of your clients. Now, if you've ever felt invisible or underpaid or like you're shouting into the void and no one is listening, I want you to know that it's not you. You're just playing a losing game. And there is a better and easier way to cut through the noise, to get noticed, and to be able to attract more clients, more ideal clients who are willing to pay high ticket to be able to get your support. So I am thrilled to be able to introduce you to one of our lead business advisors, Jen Zonlo. Jen guides our students to 10K months and beyond every single day in our programs. Jen has over 20 years of helping business owners to scale with confidence and clarity. Some of you probably know Jen. Who here is a Jen Zonlo fan? Give her some love in the chat if you've met her or if you've been coached by her. Show her some love. If you haven't learned from Jen before, you are in for such a treat because her bright and encouraging energy is so infectious. So, Jen, take it away and give us your magic.
Hello, everybody. Hello, world. We've got the entire world on here, and you've already had a breakthrough with Marissa. Thank you so much, Marissa, for your time, for your wisdom, for your love, for your support, and for installing this new mindset and all you amazing coaches out there. I am so thrilled to be with you right now. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We are in for a real treat these next 30 minutes. And I hope that you are just as excited as I am to share what I'm about to share with you. All right, so let's dive in. I've got lots to cover, so I'm going to speed on through this. But you know what? Are you ready for your best year yet? Who's ready for their best year yet? You've got to throw this into the chat. Say me. I am ready for my best year yet. Yes. Well, let's start with something that we've seen working with thousands of practitioners. And that's the fact that marketing yourself as a life coach or a hypnotherapist isn't working like it used to. So tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You've been posting on social media. You've been trying to be consistent, sharing this incredible value. You add value to so many people's lives, but engagement still seems to feel low. And people don't quite get what you do. And when someone does reach out, the first question they usually ask is, so what do you charge? Meaning they're comparing you based on price and not value. And you felt pressure to be on all these different platforms. We've got too many to name out there, and to throw ourselves on YouTube and that next podcast. And sometimes we're afraid to do so because it's just overwhelming at times. And yet you're still struggling to stand out and get noticed. If any of these resonate with you on the screen right now, do you mind just popping a me into the chat? Love all your comments. Thank you so much. Me, thank you. You see, you're not alone. We're not alone here together. We're in this together. And here's the truth beneath all of this. The market has commodified coaching and hypnotherapy and wellness sessions due to AI advances and low-cost apps and other technologies, right? People are actually talking to ChatGPT as their therapist these days. And when you market yourself as just coaching, people can't tell what the difference is, or if you're marketing it as sessions, right? So they default to comparing price, personality, or whoever they saw on Instagram that day, even if you're an incredible practitioner who gets life-changing results. And I know you do, as a coach or practitioner on this call. You're not doing anything wrong. You've just been given an incomplete system and a way of communicating your work in this crazy market out there. So now there are three main causes that create this challenging reality, and it's keeping many coaches and practitioners stuck. So the first reason is that your role is generic. When you say I'm a coach or I'm a hypnotherapist, that doesn't tell people or the masses, those who aren't in the wellness space with us, what you do, okay? Not what you actually do. They simply just don't know. And then this might surprise you, but clients aren't looking for something better. They're looking for something different. Better feels like more of the same. Imagine for a moment you're struggling with back pain and you've went for a massage and it gives you temporary relief, right? We all have a nice massage out there, but the pain always seems to creep back up. Which of these are you more likely to try? Our massage is ranked highest in the city. That sounds impressive. but it doesn't tell the client, it doesn't tell us how the approach works and why it will succeed and where others fail. Now, let's look at a different approach. Our Rolfing approach works by addressing structural imbalance to relieve back pain at the source, not just the symptoms or surface tension. That instantly helps a client understand, oh, this is new. This is why it might work for me. You want to be able to show your clients exactly how your approach works and differently, not just that you're good at what you do. Also, let's be honest, your clients are desperately seeking hope. Different feels like hope to them, especially for clients who are already tired, or they've already tried so many other methods and they've spent all this money and didn't get the lasting result that they wanted. So let me tell you, really quickly back here, I'm so sorry here. I get so excited. I wanted to just share with you one important piece here, and that is what we're discussing today. A signature method gives permission to believe this time, it will be different for me. And the second reason nobody is listening is because how you're describing what you do feels generic, vague, and or it feels risky. Here's something I need you all to remember. Seriously, I need you to hear me out on this. People aren't afraid of investing. They're not afraid of investing with you. Let me repeat, they're not afraid of investing. They're afraid of wasting their money. A vague strategy like, we'll have some sessions and see what comes up. It sounds risky. It doesn't create confidence that this is going to be effective. However, a clear structured pathway with steps or with phases and a promise, in other words, a signature solution, is what reduces risk dramatically. And it makes high ticket sales feel easy. Who's ready for some high ticket sales here? Here's the key I want you to know. When people understand how you can help them, they trust your approach, they feel safe choosing you, and can invest in their own healing. That's powerful. An example of moving from generic to specific is your everyday nutritionist may say something like, I help you eat healthier and lose weight without feeling hungry. And a potential client's subconscious brain, they're saying, sure, that sounds great and all, but how? In contrast, with a more structural and specific signature method, would look like my metabolic method uses your natural hunger cues and your energy to help you eat intuitively and not have a restrictive diet. My clients experience lasting weight loss because it works with their biology, not against it. So drop in the chat, which one of these explanations creates more confidence for you as a potential client? 2, right. Thank you all. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Jane. Awesome. I appreciate your participation. You guys are blowing it up in the chat. I'm loving it. So the third thing is that keeps you standing out in this crowded market is that your process, it may be feeling invisible right now. It's inside this amazing head of yours, that amazing mind that you have added so much knowledge into. Those incredible steps that you guide people through, those phases that you tend to move through, you know them, right? And you know change can happen, but your prospective clients aren't in your head. They're not even in your office, and they can't see it yet. When your process is invisible, people assume you're the same as everyone else and who does what you do. And when everything looks the same, the only thing available to compare is, you guessed it, price again. Now that you understand all of this and you understand what you're facing here, let's talk about what we can do about it. All right? The answer is to create. This is my favorite thing, everyone. Create your own signature solution. That's your own named process, a method or a pathway that takes your clients from point A to point B and in a way that they can't get anywhere else. And what this does is completely removes any kind of cost comparison. You compete in a room of one because no one else can offer what you do. Now, beyond removing your competitors from the purchasing decision, it helps even in even more ways. Instead of selling sessions, you can now offer high ticket transformations. How about those 5K and 10K transformations? People will start to see you as a true expert. And when you've named a method, people know that you've thought deeply about your work. And that depth, it builds trust fast. This makes your business become memorable. And the name of your method, it's actually far more sticky for people than what you certified in. And last but not least, selling becomes simply describing your path, not convincing anyone to buy. You want to hear one of the biggest shifts when it comes to having a signature solution? This is my favorite part. You're no longer pitching. I know we talk about pitching. I know we talk about solidifying that niche, but you're no longer pitching. Believe it or not, you're no longer competing. You're walking someone through your map. If the map fits where they want to go, they say yes. And it's one of the things we love hearing from our client Launchpad students, how much easier and pressure-free sales become. So clients crave structure, right? You know your clients crave structure. When we present a clear, organized system, it feels more professional and holds authority. So here we go. Let's get into what your signature solution can look like. Which structure naturally aligns with your work here? Does it unfold into sequential steps? Is it built on foundational pillars, like 3 or 4 elements that all come together to create change? Or does it move through a cycle? The right structure helps clients understand and engage with your process. Now, let me ask you, which structure seems most appropriate for your approach? Please tell me in the chat why. I'd love to see yours. What structure on this screen makes the most sense? Pillars. Awesome, Gwen. Fantastic. Yes. Pillars. All right. We got pillars in the lead, everybody. I am loving it. Good stuff. And one. Okay. So now that you've seen the different types and how powerful a signature solution can be, I want to walk you through drafting the first sketch of your own method. Who's ready? Who's with me? This is going to be simple, it's going to be fast, and it's going to be surprisingly refreshing and clarifying, honestly. So let's start with thinking about one client you've loved working with. Or if you haven't worked with a client before, no problem at all. Think of an ideal client that you want to work with and capture their individual starting point. What was the biggest struggle or pain they came in with? When you have that noted down, please, would you mind dropping it into the chat real quick? I'd love to see your responses. What was the biggest struggle or pain that your ideal client came in with? Confidence, grief, suffering, okay, fears of ghosts, suffering at work, grief, depression, fear, insomnia. You see, you all have a niche you're talking about right now. This is fantastic for putting together your signature solution. Okay, very good. Thank you for that. I'm happy to hear you're taking notes. And now, the end point. What outcome did they achieve by the end of your work together? How is their life different? I want to hear from you. How is their life different? What changed? How did they behave? What did they have now that they didn't have before? Now, here's the challenge for you. I challenge you to not use words like unstuck or aligned or any other, what we call with our students, practitioner speak, or you'll sound like everyone else again. I'm preparing you for something here. So let's focus on tangible ways they've changed. Drop that in the chat when you're ready. Okay? Oh, awareness, acceptance, action, identity shift here, feeling better, feeling free, authentic version of themselves. Fantastic job, everybody. And the third part of this, what we need for your signature solution today, is the key steps or phases that they go through in the journey with you, even if they've never named them before. If you've never named it before, you might think, hey, first we did this, and then we did that. Or the main pillars or elements they need to shift were mindset, nervous system, habits, or they go through these cycles, such as plan, act, and reflect. For some of you, you might start to notice as you reflect on your clients and who you've worked with that your work already has structure. It's been there the whole time. You just sharing in the chat right now is solidifying that. Great job. Now, I want to relieve some of the pressure that you might be feeling. Remember, you don't need to invent something completely. You don't have to invent it completely new. You just need to articulate what makes your approach distinctive or different. Most practitioners already have something special. You sure do. And you have an approach in there. You just haven't named it yet or clearly communicated it. Okay? So well done, everybody. Give yourself a round of applause with these three pieces that you now have. You have the bones of a signature solution, and now it needs a name. A powerful name instantly elevates your credibility, and it makes your approach feel more tangible to your clients. So view these three columns if you don't mind. Try combining one element from each, or you can even put your last name in it, right? It can have your name on it. Don't overthink it. Don't aim for perfect right now. Your first idea is closer than you think. So own that. And a great name, it's easy to say and easy to remember. Okay? So here are some examples for you. So you see these in action. The 5x5 reset protocol, quad core sleep method, the conscious conception system, the body clock approach for fat loss. You can see these last two that I call out, we're calling out actually the ideal client, women trying to conceive or their desired result, such as fat loss. You can play with the name of your solution as well right now. And I see some of you are. My system's called the Empowerment Sequence. Woo! I love it. Yes. So let's hear some more. If you have a draft, please share a potential name. I'd love to hear it. What's the name of your methodology in the chat? We want to see these. Let's celebrate just how much brilliance right now is surfacing. The nurture system. Okay. Self-trust reset method, root cause perception framework, the momentum effect. Ooh, I like that one. Great job, everybody. Susan, Evie, Michelle, fantastic. I want you to take a moment to celebrate you putting this right now into the chat, and this is bringing it to life. Now, what you've created is a first sketch, and honestly, this is where most practitioners stop, okay? But not you. I know not you. Because here is a crucial mistake that practitioners make. They create a method, but they don't know how to communicate it, right? Or communicate the way it builds trust and demand. So I don't want you to miss this next part, all right? This template right here is pure gold. It's a simple structure that works as the foundation for all of your marketing. It helps you frame your method in a clear and powerful way, and the color-coded sections make it easy and complete. So you can complete it actually today, right now. So the first piece, you ready? Method name. Your branded methodology goes here. And then we have your target client. This is who benefits most from your work and your approach. And then there's the desired outcome. This is the result your clients actually want and how it's different. What's unique about your approach, your signature solution or your approach or method. And then limitation, why other approaches fall short. This shows your approach overcomes those limitations and those challenges. So let's go for an example right now. The Calm Reset method helps ambitious professionals reduce chronic anxiety through a nervous system first approach that rewires emotional patterns at the root, unlike traditional coaching that focuses only on mindset. You can see how this communicates so much in such a short period of time. Now that you have a method, let's talk about how to use it in your marketing effectively. All right, here's a rule that will simplify your entire strategy. Okay, 75% of your marketing should be educating others about the one thing. It's all about the one thing, your signature method. And 25% should be about selling your services. You ask why? Because your signature solution is doing the pre-selling for you. I truly believe this is one of the most amazing assets in your business. When people understand the philosophy, the steps, and what makes them different, with working with you and how it works, they trust you, they remember you, and they choose to invest in your work and you. You don't have to push a hard sell. You're helping your audience self-identify as someone who wants your specific path and wants the result only you're able to provide to them. All right. So now you want to integrate your method into all your different communications. So definitely take a look at this screen. Across all these different marketing areas, number one is your website and online presence. Make your methodology your headline on your homepage. Explain in your origin story or on your about page. Structure your services around your methodology phases. Second is marketing materials. Feature your methodology on your social media profile. Write emails, articles, film YouTube videos detailing your approach. And third, my favorite one, in-person interactions. Begin discovery calls or consultations outlining your method. Develop an elevator pitch for networking events. Host a workshop where you teach your system. All of this is coming right from that one thing. And finally is client onboarding. Create handouts explaining your methodology. Send follow-up emails reinforcing your approach, and develop videos demonstrating aspects of your method. So I want to hear from you in the chat. Where will you feature your method first? Love to hear where you're featuring your method first. We've just put one together. We're doing it on social media. Awesome. On your website, on YouTube. Oh, we got everything on here. Great. Good stuff on LinkedIn. Wonderful. Way to be accountable. I love that. All right. So let's take a breath. Whew. Let's look at how far we've come in a short period of time today and what we've accomplished in just the last hour. You walked in here as a coach, a hypnotherapist, a practitioner, and you experienced a shift in your mindset. I call it an identity shift live with the best in the industry, Marissa Peer. It's amazing. You claimed what you require for 10K months. You discovered what can set you apart in a sea of others all vying for the same attention. And now you're sitting here with the bones of something only you can offer. Your own named process, your own intellectual property, your own way of creating change. Before we go further, I'd love to hear from you in the chat. What's been the most valuable from this presentation so far? I'd love to hear from you. If you don't mind sharing briefly. The steps, fantastic. Melissa, very cool. Naming my method. Yes, naming your method. Ooh, templates, the inspiration. Fantastic, Andrea. I love it. Thank you guys for your participation. So let's talk about where this can take you. It brings us to a choice. There are essentially two paths you can take. Path one is keep doing what you've been doing. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with this path, but it's playing the game on hard mode. And it will get you sometimes blank stares or being incorrectly compared to other practitioners or coaches, or having people question your pricing, or carrying the load of proving your value. And even though this path might feel familiar, the outcome will be that you have a hobby and not a business. And for some of you, that might be what you want, and that's okay. That's path one. And then there's path two, is fully stepping into your signature solution. This path looks like people seeking you out, being known for something, confident pricing and aligned clients, marketing that feels like sharing and not hustling. This path will build a thriving and meaningful business. And more than that, this path will transform and lock in, solidify that identity that Marissa was just talking about. It's about being an agent of change, someone who takes clients on a transformational journey, not just a practitioner delivering sessions. And the question I want you to ask yourself simply is, which path feels more aligned with the impact and income I want? Ask yourself that. Which one feels more aligned with what I want? Number two, personalize my number two, path two. Fantastic. If path two is calling you, Here's what I've seen again and again working with hundreds of practitioners. When people start to build their business alone, they get stuck at this half-built bridge stage. They have a method, they have great ideas, they have a powerful transformation that they know that only they can deliver, but they don't have the structure to turn that into a market-ready offer. And without a system, marketing feels vague. You're posting and wondering if it's working. Plus, without support and a soundboard, oh, having a soundboard is fantastic. Sales feel uncertain without that. In other words, without a complete bridge, clients can't travel from knowing you to working with you. But the practitioners who get support, who have a system that they can follow and coaching frameworks, accountability, and community, just how I feel we are right now, we're a community on this call. Those are the people who turn their method into a premium offer, a clear client journey, a cohesive marketing strategy, and they built a bridge that clients can cross and return to a great, sustainable, growing practice for themselves. That's the difference. And that feels really good. So let's put it all together here. This is Client Launchpad, where you can build a predictable six-figure foundation and where premium clients come to you consistently. You see, today you got one foundational piece, your signature solution. The Client Launchpad fills in all the other gaps in the bridge to 10K months. Your messaging, your offer structure, your client acquisition system, your sales process. It's the complete ecosystem you need designed to give your clients clarity and confidence through a proven, repeatable business structure. These are the pillars that are needed to create your 10K breakthrough month and the foundation of your predictable business. To help you effectively and easily build these pillars of your business, here's what we bring to the table inside Client Launchpad. This isn't just an online course where you're left on your own. It's a fully supported implementation program. And inside Client Launchpad, you get step-by-step lessons that take the guesswork out of everything you need to do. It clarifies your niche, it builds your premium offer, and it creates a client acquisition process that actually works with worksheets, with done-for-you templates, with scripts, with exclusive AI prompts and workflows, just like the one you'll actually be getting today. And this will save you weeks of time, years even, and eliminate overwhelm for you. And also, you'll get live weekly group coaching calls with expert feedback. So you're never doing this alone or wondering, what should my next move be? Don't worry, we're going to help you. Monthly sales labs to help you practice your sales process and accountability, as well as personalized guidance to help you stay on track and take consistent action. And I can't emphasize personalized enough. In Client Launchpad, you're not just another number. Our coaches know you by name and they know your business inside and out and the goals that you're working toward. And here's the exciting part. This is everything you will need to actually build a foundation of a thriving premium coaching or wellness business. And to help you implement even faster, you're also getting some powerful accelerators here. We're including these 3 bonuses. Tech Made Easy mini course, so within days you'll have everything set up so you can get your first or your next client. You'll also be getting a bonus session with a guest expert who will be showing you how to remove all of these technical parts so you can take all of that stuff that you don't like doing off your plate and really focus on the client. And we know being great at what you do, it will get you so far in business, but having a brand, it will take you even further. And so we know that this is important to you, that your business looks professional and it stands out and grabs attention for your ideal clients. So we've put together this expert branding and tool guide here kit. It's an incredible kit, and we love making it for you. Let me show you how this translates all of this into results for our students. You see, over the past year, our practitioners inside of Client Launchpad have doubled their income, booked out their calendars, and skyrocketed their confidence, and finally felt clear about their business for the first time. These transformations didn't happen because they worked harder. They happened because they finally had a roadmap. You see some of them on the screen right here, and I'm going to show you some more. Here's Max. Max went from $400 sessions to 3K packages. Alessandria earned 4K her first month in the program while working only part-time. And Aaliyah created enough momentum to quit her job and locked in a major collaboration with a clinic, while Zoila signed 5 new clients and a premium package in only 2 months of being in the program. So let's put this all together. I know you guys are excited to see this. You're getting everything you need here to build a foundation of a premium, thriving practice. All of this puts your business dreams within reach in 6 months or less. These 7+ core training modules, the weekly group coaching, the sales labs, the feedback, and the bonuses. And the total value? It's 20 grand. Absolutely $20,000. This is the value if you purchase the coaching, the curriculum, and the support individually. Now, I'm not asking you to pay that, but imagine for a moment you did, and you enrolled just one premium client a month at 3 to 5K. And in the next 6 months, you could have $30,000 in your bank account. $30,000. And you wouldn't stop there, would you? No way. With momentum like that, what would your business look like after another 6 months? So would 20,000 be worth it? Yes, of course. But you're not paying that. You're not paying that at all. You can get started today for only $549 a month for the next 6 months. Listen, when I saw that we could offer this much support, I almost fell off my chair. And if you're falling off the chair, I'm just going to ask you to get back on and lock in for just a few more minutes with me, okay? I literally almost fell off my chair, but I'm here with you, and I have to ask, are you ready to really take an investment and maximize it to its fullest? Are you ready to save time and money and any of those feelings you've been feeling about building a business? Well, you actually can get all of it. If you want to save $300, you can pay in full the 6 months for personalized coaching, structure, and accountability for just $29.97. So that's either $549 a month for the next 6 months, or you can pay in full and save $300. We want you to feel completely confident in joining Client Launchpad with us. And that's why we offer something incredibly rare in the coaching industry. This is our money-back guarantee. Here's exactly what this means. If you join Client Launchpad, you show up and you participate in the group coaching calls. You come to the sales labs. You're involved in the community and ask for feedback. You watch those lessons and you do the work, and you don't make your investment back in 6 months, we'll return your investment. No tricks, no fine print, no gimmicks here. Just a guarantee that reflects how confident we are in the process and your ability, yes, your ability to get results. Okay, so remember, you can get Client Launchpad today for $549 a month for the next 6 months, or $29.97 if you pay in full. But this is only a limited time. I'm not kidding. January 31st is the last day, and it goes up, and we're doubling the investment for this because it is well worth it for the 6 months of support and coaching that we're providing. You're getting everything you need here to build a sustainable, lifestyle aligned business that will continue to pay you for years to come. This is truly nothing to lose and everything to gain. We take on all the risk here so you can take the leap. If you're sitting here thinking, this is my moment, I'm ready for support, I'm ready for structure, and I want to know what this could look like for me, then trust it. Trust it. Listen to yourself. Listen to your nervous system. Now, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and book a call with our strategy team. We are dropping that link inside of the chat right now, and feel free to book a strategy call with our team, and or use that QR code that you see on the screen there. And while you're starting to book those calls, we've got some other incredible bonuses, so please do not go anywhere. This is extremely exciting. We're thrilled that this spring, we're going to be hosting an exclusive live training from one of our expert coaches. It's 6 weeks. You'll be able to learn how to host a workshop that will attract your next clients, and with bonus GPTs to make this an absolute no-brainer for you. And also, for a limited time only, in the next 24 hours, you're going to be able to lock in a premium offer creation session. And this private one-on-one session we will build your premium offer with you. And I'm telling you, this is the most hands-on support we've ever offered. And this session alone is $749. And more than that value, this is more than the value you'd pay to get started today for $549. And this is only available for the next 24 hours for those fast action takers, and it won't be offered again. All right, so your bonus AI tool, right? You guys are looking out for that. I know you've been wanting it, you've been waiting for it. We know you've got so much out of today, but at least I really hope you did. And we want to make sure that you take it forward. So here's the AI bonus. We're dropping it into the chat right now. This is going to help you refine your method, give you suggestions to strengthen the name of that amazing method that you're putting together, and give you language you can use in your marketing right away. All right, so I just want to thank you for being here today. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank you for having a vision. Thank you for wanting to share your love and your wisdom and your value and your heart with the world. So this next step is really about who you get to become in the next 6 months, the next 6 to 12 months. Like I said, this is your best year yet. Own that. And if you're feeling that pull, trust it. Your future self is already calling you forward. And while you're booking that strategy call, guys are on there booking those calls. I'm going to open the floor to questions in just a moment. And so if you have a question about the program, the process, the fast action bonuses, what's included, or whether this is the right stage of business for you, now's the perfect time to ask. So we ask you to stay on if you can. And we'll stay on with you to make sure you feel confident and supported in your decision. And as people begin booking calls, I just want you to go ahead and put booked. Let us know that you've booked a call, put it into the chat. We want to celebrate you coming in. So again, click the link or use that QR code to book your call. And thank you so much for joining us again. Now, I want to turn it over to bringing Marissa back on with me so we can dive into some of your questions. We want to welcome Marissa back, and her and I are ready to dive in to those questions. Thank you so much.
So yes, we're here. Put any questions you like in the chat bar. We'll pick some and read them out. And we're very excited to help you in every way we possibly can. Be good at what I know is the best job in the world.
So, Jen, I have a question that I saw come up in the chat. It was, I have just graduated. I have no experience with clients yet. Is it possible from this stage, or should we get some experience with clients before we join? Like, what do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely. Great question. First of all, congratulations. Woo! And you must celebrate. And number two is absolutely, this is the next best step for you. We work with those brand new coaches and practitioners from $0 to $2,000 a month or less. So if you've made zero, never had a client, to $2,000 or less consistently, we are here to support you and help you inside Client Launchpad. It is the perfect next step from graduation.
Great, great. What other questions do you have? So a question for you, Marissa. It asks, how do you define emotions, and how do you see that emotions drive identity change?
Well, the way you feel about everything, and I do mean everything, comes down to the words you form and the images you construct in your head. And one of the reasons we say that's not meaningful, because we have these identity beliefs. I'm not able to speak to people. I'm no good with confrontation. I fall apart. I'm not very good at remembering stuff. So we give ourselves these very negative feedback loops of who we are and who we aren't. And they start very early. I'm not enough. I'm anxious. I'm worried. I'm nervous. I'm no good under pressure. And of course, you think these are just thoughts, but they're not. This is what you've coded into your brain. And your mind's job is to make your thoughts real. So when you think negative thoughts, your mind begins to make them. We know that. If I think of something sad, my eyes will fill up with tears. Think of food, my stomach will rumble. Think of something embarrassing, I might blush. Think of something erotic, I might even get aroused, because I think a thought, but I'm not thinking a thought. I'm actually wiring it like a code into my brain. And then my mind has to make that thought real. So I'm a great believer that the words that follow I am will follow you. The words that go after I am go after you. We should all upgrade our I ams. And you go, I am anxious. Go, no, I'm not. I'm calm. I'm not ready. I'm absolutely ready. It's all in my head. I'm an insomniac. I'm able to sleep perfectly every night. So it's very important. The word responsible means able to respond. Responsibility means an ability to respond. So emotions are used because emotional words. I'm terrified. I'm stressed out of my mind. What are you terrified about? Oh, I'm terrified because, when I get on the train home, men look at me. Well, is that terrifying? Some people would love to have that problem. And the model said, I'm terrified. I live in terror. Well, what's the terror? Well, I get on a plane and guys hit on me. I can't even go to the store. Well, put on a baseball cap, take off your makeup and think, is this someone else's fantasy dream come true? That's not really terrifying. It's challenging. It's kind of annoying to be followed around by lecherous men. I get that. I mean, I don't have that problem, but she clearly did. So I can see it's annoying, but it's not actually terrifying, is it? And there's a lot you can do about it. So when we have emotional words, they bring out emotion. Words have an energy. Try saying, I'm terrified of a war happening. I'm freaking out. I'm living in anxiety. There's a perma crisis going on, or I'm broke and I can't find any money. These words, because all words have an energy if they would make you feel bad. And you've got to flip it. When I was run over 3 years ago and I was in hospital having had, I think, 3 operations, they kept saying, you're in pain. I said, no, discomfort. Would you like morphine? I said, I just told you I'm in discomfort. I don't need morphine for discomfort. And they kept saying, are you in pain? Are you in agony? How's the pain? I don't have any pain. I have very mild discomfort because I was putting the words in front of words. Are you in agonizing pain? 2 words. Amplifying, no, I'm in mild discomfort and I don't need anything. So we really have to take control of the words we use and the words we use in front of words, the verbs, the adverbs, the descriptive words, and say, it's my job to stop using negative words. People say it's hell. Where on the freeway is hell. That store is hell. That line on Christmas Eve was hell. No, hell isn't having a car and no car to go on the freeway, no money to buy a turkey and some food on Christmas Eve. So we've got to be responsible. So it really is emotional words. You need to really understand that you learned this. And just as you learned it, you can change it. You can stop it. Your job is to upgrade your thoughts. We're so busy upgrading our computers and our wardrobes. We've forgotten to upgrade this, the most important software in the world. So if you want to have good emotions, use good emotional words. I'm ready, I'm calm, I've got phenomenal coping skills, I'm on it, rather than I'm terrified, I'm anxious, I'm worried, I'm living in fear. So it's a loop. Your thoughts create your feelings create your actions, and your actions create your behaviors. You justify with a thought. I'm no good with people, therefore I feel worried, I avoid people because I'm no good with people. But if you flip it, I can talk to anyone about anything. I'm a good person. Now I feel pretty confident in my actions. I do talk to people because I thought a thought. I can talk to people easily. I like them. They usually like me. It's up to you.
Absolutely. And I think noticing how am I feeling? How are these thoughts impacting me and how I feel about my business, about my income, about what I'm doing in my life? And taking, like you said, taking responsibility for that. Thank you so much. Jen, so somebody asked, could you go back through what's included in their 6 month? Yes, you do get 6 months of support in Client Launchpad. And what is included, Jen?
Absolutely. Yes. Well, first of all, the curriculum is for a lifetime. You have lifetime access to the curriculum that we have set up for you. And there's 7 core training modules inside of there. And then we have 2 group two group coaching sessions a week and 2 sales labs a month. Those group coaching calls are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I would give you the Eastern times. I know someone had asked about those. And we also provide daily feedback in our private community from Amanda and myself, who will be coaching you. From Monday through Friday, we will get back to you within 24 hours and you'll have feedback back on your niche, on your offer, anything, any business questions. And then we have several bonuses in there, the tech bundle, the expert branding bundle, and then we have those 2 other bonuses, an amazing workshop sprint that Amanda's going to do this spring, as well as that 24-hour bonus, the offer creation. You don't want to miss out on that. So if you book your call today, you will already reserve that and lock yourself in.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks, Jen. In a group, for those of you, if you have yourself and others who want to join us all together, definitely book a call and chat with our strategy folks around what we can do for you to be able to make sure that you and your team have a way of being able to join us. Okay, let's see what
And
other
also,
questions we.
here's something helpful. I don't really like affirmations. I like to call them statements of truth. It's much better to say, this is a statement of truth about me. I'm calm, I'm confident, I'm gifted, I'm skilled. So call it a statement of truth, because affirmations can be a bit wishy-washy. Remember, when you stop thinking a thought, where is it? If you don't think a thought, eventually it ceases to exist. So it's very important to stop the negative thoughts. You know, people say a lot, well, how do you become great? Well, you do three things all at the same time. You massively maximize positive thinking. You massively minimize negative thinking, and you focus on what you want. It's called value tagging. It's like having a vision board and having images up there, $10,000 checks you wrote to yourself, pictures of your diary that's full up with appointments. Value tagging means what you look at a lot, you go to. So use vision boards or anything that will excite your imagination, right? I'm as good as Tony Robbins, or anything that would be good for you. So use some kind of vision board. I live in an apartment, and we'll see it. We'll put it in your closet or put it on your wardrobe door. Have a vision folder or a vision book. Keep massively upgrading how you talk and downgrade all the negativity. So shut out the critic, install the cheerleader, visualize what you want, but use language. I have this. This is mine. This has got my name all over. I'm already there. The brain only works in the present tense. It has one language. It's called right now. That it doesn't understand next year I'll be successful. Next year, this is what you have to say right now, this minute, immediately. Even if it seems wrong, when you're making statements of truth, add these words immediately, instantly, right now, this minute, because that's the language your brain speaks.
Awesome. Thank you, Marissa. I see a question. Do you have to do group sessions as part of your income flow, or can you achieve that with? I see the question individual sessions. So for this question, the answer to this one is that you do not have to be providing group therapy or group coaching as part of your offer. What we what we suggest and recommend is that you work with one-on-one, so individuals first, but not individual sessions. That's why we are helping you to create a premium package. So yeah, no to groups, yes to individuals, but no to individual sessions. Hope that clarifies that. Okay. And then question, I love this. This is a two-parter. So for Jen and then for Marissa. So Jen, do you wanting to know whether our coaches are experienced in working with neurodivergent clients to help them get the best from their business?
Oh yeah. I, I am. I am one of them. So yes, absolutely. I that is um, that is a yes and hands down, and we're very helpful to all individuals. So that is my answer.
I agree. I think we're very thoughtful about how we break things down. And again, this is, our support is personalized to you. So you can let us know, what do you need from us, and we will make that happen. And then, Marissa, do you believe that standard therapy methods work with ADH brains, or would you approach things differently?
Well, I've worked with a lot of children with Asperger's, autism. I work with a lot of people with all kinds of issues that stem from neurodivergent. And the answer is actually yes and no. We all have the same brain. Our brain responds to the pictures we make, the thoughts we think. But children who are Asperger's tend to need everything to be just so. They need control out there. So they need to, what am I having for lunch? And when am I having that lunch? And they need answers to questions because it makes them feel safe. You see, everything we do to try and feel in control is to be safe. If I can control my kids, my partner, I'm safe. And children who are neurodivergent have this need to control a lot of things. Every book needs to be just so, I need a timetable because I feel safe. So what we do is go right back to the cause, but could you feel safe without those things? Could you be safe? I'm going to give you an example. I worked with a kid of about 12 and he said, oh, everyone thinks I'm mental. My mum thinks I'm mental. I said, darling, you've got a brilliant brain. You've got an incredible brain. It's a little bit different to other people with brains, but you have a brilliant, brilliant brain. And there's a great career for you with this brilliant brain. And I don't mean just like every other kid. I know you think you're different because that's our greatest fear, to be different. And people who are neurodivergent feel different. But if our greatest fear is to be rejected and we will have it, then that means we're the same. So we're all the same, but we feel different. Anyway, his mother said, oh, we want to take you for lunch. I don't usually have lunch with clients, but he was a great kid. As I walked into the restaurant, he leapt up and all the food went all over the floor. And he went, oh, Marissa, I'd have been so upset about that once. He said, but I don't care. It's okay. It was just sushi. He said, I would have been really upset, but I'm fine. It doesn't matter. Because what we're teaching people is coping skills. What can you say to yourself to make life better? What are the words or phrases you'd like to hear? So I've worked with dementia. And of course, with dementia, there really isn't a cure for that. It's a progressive illness. People with dementia have a lot of fear. What if I leave the lights on? What if I forget to switch off the oven? What if I don't lock the door? And the anxiety makes it worse. It's just making them calm. You know, you can, this thing you're going through, dementia, you can slow down the progression by being calm, super chilled, and not thinking those negative runaway thoughts. So we're training the brain to talk ourselves out of negative loops and into positive loops at any level. Even someone with Alzheimer's, you might think, well, you can't really help them, but you can. You can help them be calm, relax, do breathing exercises that stop us living in this panic that accelerates everything. So yeah, we can work with all people on all levels pretty much, because everyone has a brain. Some of us may have a slightly different brain, but we all operate the same. And so with our clients, it's not a one size fits all. We teach each client to use the different operating system that they have. And neurodivergent people operate differently, but they still have a pretty standard brain. It's their thinking and their fears. So I hope that helps.
Absolutely. I love that. Jen, a question for you. Is there certain niches that this program is made for, or is there limitations to different niches or different people that would not be suitable?
Very good. Thank you. So we work with coaches and wellness practitioners to help them with any demographic, any niche that they are working with. Our frameworks, our formulas are set up to help any business, or any coach or wellness practitioner in any niche get results, because we just go through those frameworks and a signature solution that we just discussed today. This can work for any niche.
Yeah, and we have students who are helping people, helping executives get more sleep. We've got students who work with helping people with their intimate partner relationships. We have students who are working with clients with pain, chronic pain. We have students who are building their business in, I'm trying to think of a few more, Jen. What can, let's see here. Parents, coaches who are working with parents, coaches who are working with people helping build their business and developing sales confidence. What else? I'm trying to think of,
Executives, grief, auto
Infertility, a big thing we work on is
huge.
infertility, birth too, conception, perfect pregnancy, birth. If you feel uncomfortable asking your question, you can book a call and put that very same question to the person you're speaking to on the call. Some people have asked Jen about the pricing, the pricing, the payment plans. Could you talk about that, please?
Absolutely, yeah. So for you to get started today or this week, it's $549. And then there will be 5 more payments of 549 due throughout the 6 months. So if you want to stretch it out, you have that option. Or if you say, I want to pay in full and I want to save $300, then it would be 29.97. And this is the last time this will be offered. This price will be doubling because it's 6 months support that we're providing. So this is the last time, but it's 549 to get started and then 5 more payments after that in those full 6 months. So you can break that up, or 29.97, you can save 300 and pay in full.
And can you
Yeah.
remind them when the price increases? So for people who want to
Yeah.
know that, when does the price increase?
February 1st.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and oh, bleh. The coaching calls are live. And our students show up with us. We answer their questions. We're there to give them guidance every week. So, and if you're worried about time zones, definitely book a call. Find out if it's gonna work for you. And we are looking at adding additional calls. So if things aren't working, like let us know if you need if you know what time zone you're in and what you're needing, because we are looking at that.
We're looking at
Um,
adding other time zones. How many time zones are we using now? Is it just one at the moment or two?
We have two very different times that we offer calls to be able to support people, and we're definitely looking at a third one. So let us know what you need. We'd love to be able to support you. Can a niche be just helping clients with insomnia? Great question. Insomnia is a hell of a good niche.
Okay.
There are so many people in so many places, and insomnia is such a important, like it's such a crucial and hard thing, right? Like it impacts your health, it impacts your relationship, it impacts your income. So having insomnia as a niche is a great one. Yeah, happy to chat more about
Mhm.
that. Jen, let me see here. I'm just looking for a couple more questions. When does the program start, Jen?
As soon as you sign up, it starts the moment you sign up and you get access to the curriculum and you can dive right in, and then we'll have an onboarding call together. I can't wait to hop on and chat with you and show you the lay of the land, the community, and answer any of your questions. You hit the ground running the moment you put in that investment, and we give you full access for the next 6 months and lifetime access to the curriculum. Super crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. I had seen one earlier about if I want to work with football teams, do I need to get another degree in order to be able to market my services?
No, you
No,
do.
not at all. I worked with Wigan football team when they would get just about to go into the Premier League. They had to play one match and they had to win it against all odds. And they actually flew me from America back to the UK, and I made them dress up as Vikings. And we talked about how the Vikings was the only way home is straight through our enemy. They burnt their boats because they won or died. And I was giving them this Viking mentality. They won they won, they went into the but they stayed at number 4 in the top of the for months. It was in almost every newspaper in the world. Were really amazed at how Wigan came from nowhere and were on par with Manchester United, Chelsea, Manchester City. It was incredible. So when you're working with teams, football teams, I worked with the Olympic rowing team, I worked with the Olympic bobsleigh team. Sometimes it's that hand-eye coordination with golf, with tennis. And there's a book called The Inner Game of Tennis and The Inner Game of Golf, which you should really read if you want to work with any athlete, because it's about that mental belief. And now only athletes who can visualize and have self-belief will ever make it to the Olympics because they have a competitive edge. But you can just read a couple of books in a game of tennis, in a game of golf, and apply what we already know. Can I see it? What do I require? An Olympic medal? What does it require of me? A lot of practice, but also phenomenal self-belief and that competitive edge, all of which can be trained in. So you don't need anything else than you've got to work with Olympic athletes. Jen, someone's asking us again for the name of this program. Could you tell them?
Client Launchpad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And another question that's come in, Jen, how much time do I need to commit to this per day, per week? Such a great question.
Fantastic question. I'd say 3 to 5 hours a week. 3 to 5 hours a week, and you'll get through the curriculum within 90 days. And then it's just about moving forward, scaling from there and gaining momentum. If you can put in an hour or two a week over the next 6 months, you're going to be in the same ball game. You might just do it a little bit sooner if you have put in a little bit more time early on. 3 to 5 hours a week, I do recommend. But if you've got an hour or two and at least land one of those group coaching calls with us to get your questions answered live, it's going to make all the difference for you. Great question.
I want to read
Absolutely.
this question. It's very
we de-
important.
I just want to make sure that people know that this fits even if you have a full-time work schedule. This isn't about, include creating a whole nother work schedule for you. You absolutely will fit.
Yes.
So
Sorry,
here's a
Marissa, go ahead.
question. I'd like to know what the boundaries of RTT application are. For example, some conditions traditionally require a psychiatrist to use meds to help some biologically sourced conditions. Can we get some idea on which conditions RTT would be enough and which ones we would recommend our clients to see a psychiatrist? Well, schizophrenia, we do not work with schizophrenia because if you're trying to take someone back to root cause, they don't really know if that's then or now. So extreme mental illness. A biologically sourced condition is okay. People might say, I got stress headaches. You can say that's biologically caused. I've got irritable bowel because I eat quickly, I eat the wrong food. So that's biologically caused. It doesn't mean we can't fix it. My skin breaks out when I'm anxious. Doctors will tell you, and they're very honest about it, up to 80% of people turning up at the doctor's surgery or the hospital have real physical conditions caused not by diseased organs. They're caused by diseased thinking, which is great news. A diseased organ requires antibiotics, maybe a transplant. A diseased thought is much easier to fix, so that you can work with almost anything unless it's an extreme mental illness like schizophrenia, psychosis, epilepsy. Don't work with that unless you know how to handle someone who's fitting. And I don't work with narcissists for one reason only. They just don't really, there's anything wrong with them. It's all your fault. So they're a bit of a no-go. So there's some things we don't work with. We never say to people, hey, I can take you off antidepressants, I can get you off Xanax. That is not your job. If a client comes in and says, I'm on Xanax and now I feel great, I want to come off it, you send them straight back to their physician with a little loading. I've been treating Mabel. She feels great. She says she wants to come off to Xanax. I'm sending her back to you for your esteemed opinion. Always suck up to doctors. They like that. But be very wary. You're not a psychiatrist. You're not passing yourself off. A psychiatrist really is not that different to a psychologist, except they prescribe medication. We do not prescribe it, and we don't take people off it. We allow someone who's qualified in that field to do. But we can work with real physical symptoms, and we should. Irritable bowel is a physical symptom. We should be working with that. Digestive problems, tension, headaches. So again, if you have more questions, just book a call. We can talk, they'll talk about the payment plan. They'll talk about anything at all.
Absolutely. A couple of questions about students who have not yet graduated. And I think, depending on, when you're becoming certified and when you want to start your business, right? So taking time to start to develop your offer, and to start to share with people that you have a business, that you are going to be running a business next week, next month. You can absolutely get started with that, before you start actually looking for clients. So, Jen, any other thoughts about that?
Yes, I see a question in here similar to that they want to pay for the 6 months up front and get started in April, and you absolutely can do that. Just lock in your strategy call and they'll explain to you how that is possible. We'll absolutely honor that for you.
Yeah. I love this comment too. I believe that in 6 months, my financial experience will be totally different. And
Hmm.
yes, that is the idea. You are not spending money. You are investing in your future income. That's how I would think about it.
Mhm.
Also, another comment from one of our students, incredibly worthwhile course delivered by a team of superheroes. Thank you. The coaching component alone is worth the price of admission. Overthink later, jump in today. Couldn't say
Excellent.
it better ourselves.
Wonderful.
Here's another very interesting question. Hard to advertise for those conditions. My channel may be closed. So you have to find out what you say. For instance, in some areas, you can't say depression, you can say low mood, you can't say eating disorders, but you can say weight issues. So you need to Google what you can say in your area because it's different state by state, country by country, but it's easy to get around it. Low mood becomes depression, food issues becomes eating disorder. You just have to find and go into ChatGPT. They'll tell you, what can I not say? Could you find an alternative? So you can always find an alternative. And there are certain things that you can't say, like you cannot say in America, I can cure you. That's practicing medicine. That's offering something. You can't say I'm as good as a doctor. You can't say this is instead of medical help. It's complementary. It's not alternative. Alternative instead of complementary means working alongside. Don't worry about what you can and can't say. Just do your job of finding out what can you say, what can't you say, and then plan all your adverts around it. It's not hard. It just requires a little bit of skill. ChatGPT will do all of that for you. There was another question.
And if you're
Sorry,
a
go
part of
on.
our programs, then definitely, using the feedback mechanisms with your coaches, where we can also do a lot of that with you. I
Here's
also
another
saw one.
question. Oh,
We've
sorry.
got lots. Jen, around, do we have once if we join the program, is there additional costs for like Facebook ads or, is there other output that is required to be successful?
Only ChatGPT, paid version, highly recommend it, $20 a month. Forfeit a couple of those coffees or teas a month and you're good to go. That's it. But that is not through us. There is no other additional costs. Um, we're helping you to get organic traffic and leads, and we're going to show you how to do that. There's quite a few unique ways.
Absolutely.
Somebody said, my understanding is we're not permitted to claim RTT as our own method. How does this work? Well, maybe that's going to mean it's not your method. RTT is a method that I created to teach you to use, but you can say, I'm a fully trained RTT therapist. It's a bit like saying, I'm a Reiki practitioner, but I didn't invent Reiki, but I'd say I'm a Reiki practitioner. I teach breath work, but you wouldn't say that I own the breath work. It's my breath work. It's your training. So I think we're talking about semantics here. You wouldn't say it's my method. You say RTT is a phenomenal method, probably one of the most powerful methods in the world for helping people overcome issues and be the best version of themselves. And I am fully qualified in it. So something along those lines. And again, ChatGPT is so good at giving you the right wording. But you would say, I'm trained. If you're a Montessori teacher, you wouldn't go, hey, I own Montessori. It's my own method. You say, I'm trained in Montessori. How lucky you are that your kids are coming to me, because Montessori is the most wonderful educational tool. And I'm a fully trained Montessori teacher. So you're telling them the truth. I trained in an incredible method. You're safe with them. I'm fully qualified. So I hope that helps. You can claim RTT as something you do, but I don't think you'd say you own it, because that would mean there'd be only one person in the whole world doing it. So I think there's just a little bit of confusion there. You can use RTT. I think what happened is people putting on their websites RTT Leeds or RTT Alabama, and they hadn't even qualified. And we realized that unless we owned the letters RTT, we couldn't stop people saying RTT New York, which was unfair to everyone in New York who practices RTT. And maybe that person using that hadn't even trained with us. So we had to stop people saying RTT Philadelphia, for instance. But that doesn't mean you can't use it. It just means you can't own the titles RTT in your website because it's unfair to other people. I hope that makes sense. But you can say hypnotherapy Philadelphia or RTT hypnotherapy in Philadelphia. So I hope that ends the confusion. And again, when you book your call, you can ask all these questions.
I think the other important piece that we can really draw a line to is rapid transformational therapy, or RTT, is Marissa's signature solution, right? So what we were teaching you today is you can come up with your own name for the method that you develop that you support. And one of those modalities can be, or one of the things you're certified in can be RTT that is part of that. So I think that's something to be really thoughtful about too. So speaking of websites, one of the questions for you, Jen, is do we need to have a website before we get started?
Absolutely not. Hear me loud and clear. You do not need a website. We'll tell you the two things you need, and you'll be able to lock those two things in an hour or 2 hours. We'll make sure you're ready to take clients and get your first or your next client in 30 days or less. So you do not need a website, and you do not need to come in with an understanding of what your niche is. We have the frameworks and the questions to ask you and guide you to get you there.
Absolutely. So can they be basically starting from zero?
Absolutely, starting from
Day
zero,
one.
starting from scratch. I'll help you with your social media. Amanda will help you with your niche. She's the niching ninja. We've got you covered.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jen and I are on the calls. We will be there every week without fail to guide you and support you with
Mhm.
everything that you need.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just going through.
And Jen, of course, you're teaching, aren't you? You're not just taking this course, you're actually actively teaching these powerful techniques.
Absolutely. I will teach you from experience. Between Amanda and myself, 30 plus years of business experience, we are bringing to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, as somebody said, guided implementation, 100%. That is absolutely what we're offering you. Signature method incorporating RTT, 100%. Question, I'm not very good with tech. Will this work for me? Jen.
I'm sorry. The question, I was
Sorry.
reading another question. So
You're
sorry.
reading another one.
Yeah.
You're good. I got you. A question, if I'm not very good with tech, if that's a concern for me, will this work? And I think I'm going to add to that question. And what maybe should my mindset be?
hmm If you are open and willing, just as Marissa has so eloquently taught everyone here today, is I am a tech fanatic. I'm amazing at tech. I figure things out. As long as you're willing to say that mindset as we guide you through any tech hiccups or any questions that you have, you're going to be in good hands. We will guide you through that. You do not need to know everything tech-wise. We actually, that's why we put that bonus in there to help you with all your tech needs. So you don't need to be perfect at it, but it is a mindset first, and we'll help you along the rest of the way.
Yeah, and I would ask, if you're saying, if you're walking around in the world saying, I'm not good at tech, I mean, in today's day and age, you might want to look at, is this belief about who I am and what I do and how I can use the the tools available to me, is that serving you in your business and in otherwise? So something to, if maybe thinking about, can I spend some time rewiring this belief that tech comes easily to me? I can learn and use tools
Mhm.
that support me in my business. Any of those I am statements that Marissa led us through so powerfully today in those big ways around like I am powerful, I am magnetic, I am capable, I am competent, and I can use ChatGPT. I am able to use the tools that everyone has now accessible to them. So,
Excellent.
awesome. Question, Jen, do you help me to learn how to sell?
Absolutely. That is part of it. That is part of it's about the language, the messaging, the communication, what we just shared with you today. Communication is so important. That's why we encourage you to lock in a niche early on. You don't have to marry it, as Amanda says, but lock in one for the time being because that will help you with clarity and communication, and we can guide you every step of the way of what that verbiage is, what it looks like. And also, we have an incredible sales process on the call. In this curriculum. So it's called the Inspiration Action Method, and it will blow your mind. And that is what those sales calls are for, to help you sharpen the sword for positioning yourself as the expert and closing those high ticket packages.
Absolutely. I think probably the things that I value the most about the program that we offer to our students is that we do not share, we do not recommend manipulative marketing and sales practices. These are very consent based, they are very authentic ways of being able to share. As we mentioned today, one of my favorite things that our students say is, oh my gosh, sales is easy. There's no longer all of this emotional baggage around sales because you're simply letting people know what you have to sell, what you offer, and how you can help them. We take all of the sales ick out of the process. It's really important. It's one of the things that I stand by, and it's the most one of the most like core fundamental things around this program that I think is key, key. I know a lot of people who want to make an impact are worried about coming across as salesy or being pushy or having to, convince somebody to work with them. And that is not that's not how we teach you. It's not how we train you. And then as Jen mentioned, we have, these are really special. I don't think there's any program that does sales labs the way that we do them. It's a way for you to learn and grow and be guided, uh, twice a month. So it's fantastic. Highly recommend coming and making sure that you're coming to those sales labs. Translations. There is not current translations, but that's an important thing that our team will take back to talk about what we can
Here's
offer
something
there.
most
Thank you for
people
that
don't want
suggestion.
to hear. You don't.
Oh, there we go. Um, so yeah, it's not necessary to run Facebook ads. That's not a requirement in at all. We focus on organic methods of attracting your next client. Just looking through. Do you see any others, Jen? Just looking for
I
some more questions. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think we've covered all the questions. If there was a question that wasn't covered, again, please book a call. You can ask any question you like.
Yes, that is what our team is there for. Absolutely. Thank you all so very much for your time, your questions, your engagement. The pricing is $549 if you wanted to get started today. First month $549. The next 5 months you would break up the rest of those payments into $549. Total is 6 months there, or you can pay in full for $29.97.
And we still have some minutes if you want to put your question in the chat bar. You can put it in right now. We're still here. I don't know how much longer we're staying here for, but how much longer, Jen, are we taking Q&A for?
Another couple minutes here.
Okay.
I do see one more question. What happens after the 6 months? Fantastic question. Well, we do actually have you have other opportunities to continue working with us. So we do have a subscription if you would like to have ongoing support and coaching and you found it invaluable for yourself and you want to continue the next 6 months. We have something very special and unique, a subscription where you can continue that coaching with us and still have access to the community and that support, which I think would be an invaluable decision there. It's a great question, though. Sometimes we need continued ongoing support. I know that I do. I need my mentors and my coaches always by my side.
Oh, Karen, yes to individuals, but not to individual sessions. Yeah, so the difference between a group coaching program and so you're selling, let's say, 35 people into a group coaching or into a program that you're offering versus so that's group programs versus selling to an individual. So being able to offer personalized one-to-one support. So that's the difference between group and individuals. And then selling to an individual, what we don't recommend is that you say, "Would you like a session?" The reason why we don't recommend that is because you are constantly having to sell one session at a time. And if you're selling session by session, your cap on your potential income comes very quickly because there's only so many hours in a day. There are only so many days in a week in which you can charge per session, and you are basically charging per hour. What we support you to do is to create transformational packages where you are creating a result. I hope that answers your question.
So
Yeah.
someone's asked you, Jen, to reiterate some of the success stories. Can you do that?
Reshare some of the success stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to bring those back up on the screen, or I can just share some? Alessandria comes to mind right away. She just hit the ground running in the program, and within 1 month, she already doubled what she had made previously. She had a $4,000 month, and she was only working at this part-time because she still had a full-time job. Zoila just blew things out of the water with she locked in 5 sessions in less than 2 months, and then landed her first premium client through her high ticket offering.
What
Um,
were what were some of the ones that you were just sharing to me from our call this week, Jen, that came up?
oh,
Because
back
we've
to
got
back. Yeah, these are new ones, and I did want to share them, but I needed to stay on track there. We have some brand new clients who just came into the program a week ago and already have their first clients. We have someone else who's just been in for a month and already landed 2 clients, somebody less than 2 months and just every week has a brand new client. And they said they're so thankful for the booked in 30 that we added to curriculum, and that is what helped them. They said, I just followed it. It was just the exact roadmap I needed. I followed it, and locked in my first couple of clients in the shortest period of time I've heard yet of coaching in this program.
Yeah, absolutely. How large are the classes?
Yes, great question. So right now we've got about 20 plus on the group coaching calls. And we're there to support you and take your questions there. We're also inside the community 24/7, but Monday through Friday, really. We are there to answer your questions. We've got about 20 people on those calls right now, and we're looking to put in another call, as Amanda says. So you'll actually have even that much more support and assistance. And in terms of that personal coaching, if you guys lock in that book, a strategy call right now, you'll be able to have a personal one-on-one session with Amanda or myself, where we'll help you from ground zero, bring that offer to life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. Drop in your last few questions here, and then we're gonna start to wrap up. If I start paying monthly, but have not yet, so if I started today, but I've not yet graduated, how might that work?
You Yeah, you can absolutely start. Again, I would book a call and see what you can set up in terms of a payment plan, or if you just want to pay in full and you want to delay that until you are close to graduating or done graduating or whatever else that you're working on time-wise, you can still lock in this pricing now. And outside of that, someone did also ask, how long will this program be available? Will continue to be available even after you graduate in 6 to 9 months, if that's the case. But if it's 6 months or less right now that you're looking to get started, you can go ahead and start the payment plan, and we can delay your start date to a later date. But we'll take care of all that on that strategy call with the team.
Yeah, and I see another one. Do we keep our access after 6 months? Yeah, you will have the course material and curriculum for your life for the lifetime of the program. And the other about updates, latest developments, improving the methods. Yeah. So this is something that we are keen about to be able to bring to you is we are all of us are in business. We are business coaches who are in business. So being able to know what is working, what is up to date, what's happening today in the industry, and also responding to our students and like what are you needing? What questions do you have that isn't currently being answered? We are always wanting to improve and to make sure that this is the best for you.
Have you answered this question? Somebody says, how can I take advantage of this program if I haven't graduated yet? Did we answer that question?
we
Yes.
have. Thank you for
Mhm.
bringing that.
Yes, absolutely. And you can take advantage of it now. Book the strategy call. Let's see what we can set up for your situation there, and we can delay your start date for once you graduate. We
Okay.
want to make sure that you get locked in here and have this support so you can build your profitable business. And
Yeah. And somebody asked too, is this separate from RTT training? It is separate. Yeah, we're focused really specifically on once you're trained, how do you build a business? So it is something separate.
Sorry, was there another question there?
No, I answered it.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, before February 1st. The last day is January 31st to lock in at this rate. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
thank you all
replay
for
it
being
on my own time. That is maybe a tech team answer if they can replay it. I believe you can replay it at your own time once it comes into your email. And I believe you can pause it.
Yeah, and for the program as well, the materials are available for you in your own in your own time. So if it's after work, if it's on the weekends, if you're working full time, this will fit into your schedule. You can use the program in your own way in your own time as well.
Absolutely. And for Marissa, can I do RTT training without any other therapy qualification?
Oh, absolutely. It's a very comprehensive, thorough training. You don't need any background in therapy, don't need any background in human biology, and you only need to do the RTT training to be an RTT therapist. You can do the coaching too, RTT. But if you want to be an RTT therapist, all you have to do is one training in RTT, and it's the best training. You don't need anything else at all.
Thank you.
For those of you, if you're worried about time zones and when the sessions are, please do book a call, talk to our strategy team about what you need, and we'll see if we can absolutely make it work for you. So yeah, there's the call link. Make sure that you're connected in, having those discussions with people about where you are, what you want to get to, and whether this is the right path for you to take.
Absolutely. Wonderful. And Marissa, any other final closing thoughts with your beautiful kitty on your lap?
These are little rescue cats, and they're just so happy that I gave them a home. So they love to be wherever we are. Any final thoughts? Well, we can all upgrade our life. There's nothing better than being a therapist and a coach. You can change someone's life. So I'll never retire. I think it's that, when you do what you love and you love what you do, you actually feel like you never work a day in your entire life. So I do what I love what I do. And I love the fact that we have a career that gives us meaning, purpose, impact. Every day we make a difference, we grow, we contribute. There's almost no careers in the world that give you meaning, purpose, connection, significance, diversity, certainty, growth, contribution, meaning, and impact. There's a lot. And we get all of those every day. So we're very lucky. And it really is the best job in the world, which is why I've never retired and actually never plan to. Not many people can say that about their life, their career, their job. Oh, my cat's knocked my microphone off. Sorry. Did you hear all of that?
Mm-hmm.
It was quiet, but we did get it.
We got it.
Sorry. Okay, put it back now.
Thank you all so much for being here. We're so glad that you were able to join us and take squeeze all of the juice out of everything that Marissa poured into you, everything that Jen was able to teach you through and lead you through. You are worth it. You are enough. You can build the business that you want to be able to sustain the lifestyle that you desire. We would love for you to book a call, join us in Client Launchpad so that we can really lead you through those steps and really provide you that path and that guidance and support and that community to make doing this as possible as possible. Awesome.
And there was one more
Thank you
very
all.
important question that came in. What's the cat's name? So I thought about it. Her name is Tinkerbell, because when I found her in the street abandoned and I rescued her, she would hide. So I put a bell around her neck so I knew where she was. So she's called Tinkerbell, and now she's very happy to be rescued. And Has very high self-esteem now. She's a real RTT cat. She asks for what she wants. She knows she's enough. She's made being loved completely available, and she's very connected. So all the things we haven't got, disconnections, not available, I'm not enough. She doesn't have any of those. She knows she's enough. She's deeply connected, and food and love and little companion are all fully available to Miss. The other one is even lovelier. I shouldn't say that. The other one is even more friendly. We've got another one who's called Velvet, but we don't know where she is. She's somewhere. But yes, cats are very good. We love our little cats and they love us.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. See you next time.
Thank you. We'd love to see you joining us in Client Launchpad.
Take care.
And I'll find the other cat and join you next time, just so you can see her too, because she's the cutest thing ever. Apart from my husband, obviously. See you next time.
See you.